Okay, so if you haven't figured it out by now, I just came back from the advanced screening of The Flash, which is the first of DC's cinematic offerings of their reimagining, and let me tell you, I was blown away. I enjoy myself. We're going to talk about this in the video, so if you're ready, I'm ready. Brain, mouth, heart, sorry, other side, shirt, button. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm wearing my goggles, but y'all know this is iconic for me, so let's do this. You need to go see this movie if you haven't had any reservations whatsoever about this. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. So oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for this. So get ready. Hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month, year, millennium. Hopefully your convention season is going great. Hopefully life is treating you well. Hope I'm sending you good vibes and prayers and everything along this way. Yo, I am beyond myself right here, you guys. Why? I just came back from an advanced screening of The Flash. Now, if you already know what's going on with the DC cinematic universe, they are going through a reimagining and they are making some changes, and I'm gonna tell y'all, this is one of the best introductions to a grand project that I can think of, and I really enjoyed myself. I've never gone to an advanced screening before, so this was a first for me. So I'm enjoying myself, but we're gonna talk about this here in a minute. I'm not gonna give away too many spoilers. I'm gonna make sure that you guys have something to look forward to when you go see it. But if you're watching this, hopefully you're catching on to the energy that I've got going on, because this is infectious and I am bugging off of this. So oh my goodness, if you're here for the first time, hello, my name is Montel. I am a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, podcaster. I'm on Instagram. I am an advocate of the Blerd community. I like to bring positivity everywhere I go. I like to bring Blerds from the darkest to the light. I like to have chats with nerds and blerds and geeks and bleaks all over the world at conventions and everywhere, and continue to bring this up because we are nerds and we're not going anywhere. So why not enjoy ourselves and continue to push the narrative and make it a great thing? And this is what I continue to do, okay? If you're here for my channel for the first time, hello, thank you for coming in. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get back into my swing, and now with the movie season really swinging, especially the summer movies, oh my gosh, it is everything, okay? And please hit that notification bell so when I do another video like this, you guys will hit that, and then we'll go chat about it. And of course, like my videos. Please, 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 please. Y'all, I've been so hyped about this. Y'all know that I did a video on the trailer for The Flash, and I know a lot of people have their reservations about Ezra Miller and what he's done, his shenanigans and everything else. And you know what? This is one thing we got to remember. What they do on screen has nothing to do with how they are in real life, okay? And you're not supporting him per se, but you're supporting the company who's trying to create something beautiful and grand and trying to create a legacy. And DC Comics, I shout out to them, massive applause to them, because they decided that they're going to say, you know what, the formula we have is not working, and we're going to push it out, and we're going to try something different. And this is honestly one of the first offerings from them with the new imagining that I really enjoy. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they do. So let's talk about it. So they had an advanced screening on the 7th of June, which is today, recording of this video, and I went with some friends and we went and saw the movie. And from beginning to end, I've never been to an advanced screening or even a premiere, the official parties and stuff. Of course, there are rules. You can't pull out your phones, iPads, laptops. Who would bring a laptop to a movie? I don't understand this either, but they made that vividly clear and said, okay, you can take pictures until it's time. And then when the placard went away and they started the movie, the excitement was building. And let me tell you, I may not particularly care for his antics outside the screen, but Ezra Miller did the damn thing. He actually he started the pace and he kept it going, and that intrepid person who doesn't want to have superpowers, and then he starts off the day and you're feeling this. The movie had a really nice pacing to it. It was designed to tell the story. Now, if you know anything about these DC movies that have been coming out recently, especially in the animated universe, one of the foundation stories have been either Crisis on Infinite Earths or Flashpoint. Now, they did expound upon more on Flashpoint, and they did focus on that, but they didn't do it where it got pounded into the ground. They made it vividly clear that time's not to be messed with, and if you go back in time and you use something like this, there's going to be repercussions and consequences. And from beginning to end, I enjoyed this. There were laughs, there was emotion, there was drama, there was awkwardness, there was Michael Keaton. Oh my goodness, let's go with it. And I loved how they did the parallel and they explained it of why going back in time makes, it can make a difference. And Ezra Miller as Barry killed it, absolutely killed it. And I loved his portrayal. I loved how he carried it. And I love how the movie still kept throwing stuff at you even when you thought you had it figured out. And I'm gonna tell you guys, a couple of times during the movie, I thought I had it figured out, and then something came out from nowhere, and I'm like, oh, wow, I got that all wrong. Stop being ready to predict what the movie's going to do, because you're going to lose and miss out on the fun. And let me tell you, I miss coming to a theater where we all come together to enjoy a movie. And that's what happened tonight. There wasn't any shenanigans or drama. Nobody was getting out of hand. Nobody was unruly. Everybody was transfixed on the movie. Seeing people like, I don't know, Michael Keaton, George Clooney popped up. Oh goodness, who? I'm trying not to give too much away, but it was everything. It was everything. I'm a big fan of storytelling, and if you stick on a particular path, if you have splinter stories, they could be considered alternate realities or alternate timelines. And if this is just an indicator of what they're going to do, this is going to be a brilliant undertaking. Now just continue with the storytelling, continue with the character development, and let us connect with the characters. Let us feel them. Let us see what's going on. And again, Ezra Miller pulled it out the whole way, and I freaking loved it. Him and himself. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And there were just so many different elements that were thrown in that worked so well, and you literally started to feel for everyone involved and connected. And as Barry is going on this journey throughout the movie, as he's done what he was supposed to do, what he needed to do, and you see how it affects everything. And of course, you have to have a villain. And who comes out of this? Zod. Yo, fam. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I got excited. I got hyped wearing my shirt, because as a comic book fan, you want to see these characters come to life and not be treated as NPCs and side characters and someone that's just there to fill in a space. No. When you have 3 people who play Batman, and 2 of them I like, but beside the point. George Clooney was in there, Ben Affleck was in there, and of course your boy, the man that made this all fantastically phenomenal, Michael Keaton. Another brilliant performance. Always knows how to execute the role and to play it. And as the movie went on, my enjoyment grew and my respect for DC grew even more, because I know it's not easy to say, okay, we got all this, let's chuck it and then start over. But let me tell you, they did a really good job with this movie. I know not everyone's going to agree. We can agree to disagree. Everyone said, well, I didn't particularly care because I like the CW Flash. Don't get me wrong. Grant Gustin did a phenomenal job as the Flash on CW. That aspect of DC Comics has brought people back into comics, and they started to love it. And I give shout outs to that young man. Always give a shout outs to Grant Gustin for doing what he did for 8 seasons. bringing the character to the screen that really didn't get a lot of fanfare. But in this one, Ezra Miller pulled it out. He pulled it out. He genuinely pulled it out. He performed. Everybody, and of course, and it was funny. I was talking with my friend. I said, they're gonna continue the trope with Iris being the black woman, because that carried over from the CW. And I'm going, okay. And some people were like, well, it's not a trope. Oh, it isn't? Iris in the comics, starting out, it's a white woman. In the CW, it's a black woman. In the movie, she's a black woman. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it appeals to audiences, it appeals to audiences. Just make sure that the product stays true and it doesn't pander, because pandering can be dangerous, especially if you're trying to bring people in and you're giving an inaccurate representation of that character, who they are, what they're doing. And people came in, did what they had to do, and they bounced. The focus was on Barry, and then you got Bruce, and then you brought in Kara. And let me tell you, the way they did everything, cinematically, stunning. Special effects, off the chain. Love the music, love the interactions, the jokes. Some of them were a little bit awkward, but not all of them. It was enjoyable from beginning to end. I had no complaints about it whatsoever. Now, I know not people are going to agree with this, but let me put it like this. As a comic fan, as someone who's been loving comics since he was a wee little blurticorn, I have always wanted to see my characters come to the screen. And I can say at the age of 54, I've seen a good chunk of characters whom I grew up with, whom I read about, and whom I've admired have come to the big screen and have made that impression on me, and even brought others to the screen. There are, and I'm gonna tell you, the most critical fans are the fans of a specific character, and they want that character to be portrayed properly. But what I say is this: keep your mind open. Open your mind to what could possibly be, because there's nothing worse than coming in there with an expectation and you watch it and it was a brilliant performance, but you didn't like it because you continue to compare it to another entity. Don't do that. Give it a chance. Open your mind. Give it an opportunity to live and to run on its own. I assure you, if you think of it like that, you'll appreciate it more. And I genuinely appreciated this. And they did a phenomenal job with this movie. I'm looking forward to when it comes out officially, because I want to go see it again, because there were Easter eggs everywhere. Y'all, it felt like Easter all over again. There were Easter eggs everywhere, and I was geeking, because I'm seeing things and I'm going, yo, that's so-and-so. That's so-and-so. And I was doing it the entire time. By the time the movie was over, I was a little sad that the movie was over, but I was pleased. I was genuinely pleased. It wasn't perfect. I wasn't expecting perfection, so don't do that. It wasn't perfect, but I didn't want it to be perfect. I wanted to have some things that weren't quite cohesive and some things that didn't make sense. That's what made it fun. That's what made it interesting. That's what made me continue to want to watch the movie and desire to see it again. I was the same way with a bunch of other movies. I had an open mind. After I analyzed it, if I didn't like it, okay, I didn't like it. But I gave credit to the effort. And there were some wonderful moments during this whole movie. So I can tell you, I'm blessed that I got a chance to go. I got to see it. I'm going to go see it again. If you're contemplating going to go see this movie, please go see it. Please go see it. Oh my God, it was everything. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was so happy I was able to go see the advanced showing. I'm looking forward when it comes out officially in the theaters. June 16th, it officially comes out. Go check it out. If you haven't had any plans to go see it, rethink your plans. Rethink your plans, because it's worth it. It's worth it, you guys. It's worth it. I'm going to leave it right there, but I'm going to tell you this. Y'all need to give Ezra some leeway, okay? What happens in real life, that's real life. But as an artist, as an actor, I think he did a phenomenal job with this. The range, the execution, everything. Even the awkward moments. Spot on. Loved it. Okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm not going to rate it. I'm not going to rate it because there's no point. I want you to see it and make your own assessment. If you don't agree with me, that's all right. We agree to disagree. Everybody looks at things differently. I look at it as a grand reimagining of a universe that's been around for decades. Let's see where they go with this, okay? And you're going to see when you go to see the movie, you're going to have some very interesting surprises. Let's do this. Okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope you felt the energy that I was exuding from this. Exuding from this, because as a geek and a nerd, this is everything. As a Blerd, I'm loving this time to be that. And it's the perfect time to be it too, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell your friends about my channel. I'm going to be doing more because as the season goes on, I've got some other videos that I'm thinking about doing that are going to be coming out, and I think you'll enjoy it. And thank you guys so much for showing me love for my convention preparation or convention survival guide. I hope if you're going to a con, my wisdom and experience helped out a great deal with that. Because if you're going to a con for the first time, it can be scary. But hopefully I was able to put some tools in your pocket and some notes in your book, so that way you can go to a con and go, okay, I know what to do. Okay, I'm overwhelmed. This was a good movie, okay? But in the meantime and in between time, as I tell all of you beautiful, sexy people to do for me, I always continue to ask you to do this for me, okay? Please stay nerdy, stay geeky, stay sexy, and of course, be proud in your Blerd, okay? I will see y'all again because I plan to do a review of Across the Spider-Verse. So get ready for that, okay? Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later. Bye!